حبيبنا محمد عليه سلام اللهم صل على المصطفى حبيبنا محمد عليه سلام.
You've arrived at your destination. You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al Ansar. $15 past 1 o'clock. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a Thursday. It's a Thursday midday. Aren't you excited? Once upon a time, Wednesdays used to be my favorite days, but then ever since I got Career Compass on a Thursday, Thursdays automatically became my favorite days. Yeah, just like that, I switch, eh? Welcome right into it. It is Career Compass, like I said, with me, Kelly Ramazani, every Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. on 90.4 FM if you are in Durban, 105.6 FM if you're in PMB, and anywhere else around the world on www.alansar.org.za. You can catch us live on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Taking good care of social media. And I mean that. Okay, we'll get into details later on. Now, this show is a show that was specially tailored for you to update you on the careers that are advancing with technology, as well as those that are falling behind, to talk about side hustles, which we haven't spoken for quite some time, soft skills needed in any and every workshop, careers that do not require a degree, but are equally valuable in society alongside careers that are in demand locally and globally. So it is all about self-development and growth mindset. Coming up on the show today, we're talking about the importance of mathematics. You didn't see that coming, did you? We're talking about the importance of mathematics. And I'm asking you, did you take pure maths at school? Did you see the benefits of it? Did you see the value in pure maths? What advice would you give to somebody, especially matriculant right now, debating? Oh no, in matric it's too late. Before matric, let's say grade 9, grade 10, debating if they should keep or take pure maths or switch to mathematical literacy. What would you say to them? Join the discussion on 060-904-1056. We'll also be joined by Ngwako, who is the Deputy Chairperson of Association for the Protection of Road Accident Victims, talking about road accident fund delays. I'm sure you know somebody who has not received their payments or compensation as yet. I wouldn't like to call it payments. You're not getting rewarded for that. However, you are getting compensated. So if you do know anybody, if you know that they got something out of it, if it was unfortunate, declined or rejected, do keep in touch with us. We'd like to hear from you. I got our very first international listener reaching out about Career Compass, and I will be sharing that with you later on. All this and a whole lot more right here on 90.4 FM. It is a Thursday. I'm super excited. I hope you are too. It's Career Compass. Ready? Here we go.
WhatsApp us now on 060-904-1056.
Gaza needs your support more than ever. Homes have been shattered and families have lost everything. With your support, our teams are delivering clean water tankers, feeding the hungry, and assisting orphans who have no one left. Let us give Gaza whatever help we can. African Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Durban, get ready for the event of the season. The Sultan Bahu Family Fete is happening from August 7th through 10th from 10 a.m. to midnight. Experience a whirlwind of fun, thrilling rides at the Grand Fun Fair, side-splitting comedy, captivating Kavali, delicious food from diverse vendors, incredible shopping finds, and awesome giveaways. This isn't just fun, it's healing hearts. Don't miss the Sultan Bahu Family Fete, where joy meets generosity. For inquiries, call Tasneem on 081-836-2888. The Sultan Bahu Family Fete, a fete with purpose. Sultan Bahu is a registered NPO and PBO.
Call us now on 0861 904 904.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Shagufta Khan, presenter of Noor Amal and Ringe Hayat. Today we celebrate Mandela Day. What a coincidence that this year coincides with our month of Muharram, the month in which the martyrdom of Hazrat Imam Hussain Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu took place at Karbala. We all know about Karbala. Mr. Mandela stood for the same values, namely freedom and justice for all. Mr. Mandela was also so inspired by Imam Hussain Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu, and he inculcated these values within himself. We need to be thankful and grateful for the freedom that we today so enjoying in this country. He is not only an icon for this country, but he is recognized throughout the world for his passionate desire for the world to be a better place for all. Long live the legacy of Mr. Mandela, the great hero.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist, World of Travel. As we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah, we also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888877 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al Ansar. It is Career Compass. That's where you're at. And for now, we're talking about pure maths. If you've seen the value to it, if you've seen the benefits to it, if you did it, and what advice would you give a learner who is contemplating whether they should switch to mathematical literacy or continue with pure maths? Now, I got a story to tell. When I was in grade 9, I chose pure maths, accounting, biology, and what was it? And I think English. Yeah. Okay. So you already see, okay, that I had the brains. Okay. I thought so. Grade 10 went well, except that I kept failing pure maths. Not failing per se. I got about 48%, 50%, just slightly above 30%. What was the pass rate? 35% or something. However, it wasn't good enough for me. So one of my teachers was like, you know what? In matric, it's going to get worse. So why don't you just take maths lit? It's going to work in your favor and you're going to pass well. It's easy. And I fell for it. I actually thought the person was doing me a favor at that time. Now, if you're a teacher, don't come for me as yet. Okay, let me explain my side of the story first. The reason why I'm saying I fell for it, it's because every single learner has the ability, the potential to work harder, to do better. But you just have to find their motivation. What makes them want to do better? What makes them want to work better? And some teachers just feel like, you know what, your parents are not helping out, so we can't carry this burden on our own, which is understandable. However, I still feel that they're failing a lot of kids. Never mind. We continue with the story. So I took it and I switched to maths literacy, history. I kept biology because I loved it. I enjoyed it. And English. And that's what I completed matric with. Okay. It still gave me the opportunity to study nursing, to study whatever that I wanted to study, but it didn't allow me to go into engineering and all the other degrees that required pure maths alongside English. Now, I came across a study. This has been a topic, by the way, for some months now in South Africa. I hope you are informed. But what caught my eyes was the fact that South Africa still continues to perform poorly in global competitions when it comes to maths and science. And this is now a big topic because there are concerns in the education sector about students who no longer have the choice to take pure maths. Approximately 500 schools in South Africa, 22,381 public institutions do not offer pure maths. KZN being top of the list with 135 schools, as well as Eastern Cape, 84 schools, and Limpopo, 78, and several other provinces. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Kelly, I get it, but where is this going? Now, we need to be very careful because we need to understand that pure math is not just symbols and signs. It's a career path. It is something that you need in order to fall into technology, to fall into engineering, to go into these kind of skills or careers that will help you. High-paying skills have high demands, and one of the demands is pure maths. And if you can succeed in this, you are able to compete on a global scale, on a global level. And if you're not, then unfortunately, this hinders your growth as well. But I'm here to remind you that there are plenty of opportunities available apart from pure maths. Okay, so if you haven't done pure maths, or you just feel like, you know what, Kels, I tried, but it wasn't for me. I don't want you to feel miserable. There's still opportunities out there. However, if you can, it would be really appreciated if you did well in pure maths. It can take you very far. There's lots of opportunities there if you pass it well. For those that just feel it's not for them, it's okay. No judgments here, okay? For the teachers now, I understand. Sometimes some parents do not help in their children's academic performance. So the burden is left upon you to make sure that this child succeed. But you're not dealing with just one child. You're dealing with a classroom of about, 30, sometimes in public school, up to 60 learners. It can be hard, I understand. But if you see a learner has potential, okay, I need to be careful now what I say. Because what if the learner does have potential, but then they happen to fail their the exam because of pure maths? Okay, I don't know how you're going to balance this, but just focus on finding motivation in each learner. Don't group them all as one. And to parents, invest in your child's education, because right now the education system is quite questionable. The education sector in South Africa, I'm saying this out loud, is quite questionable. The curriculum, the pass rate, it's not producing skilled learners to face the world, unfortunately. So if you can take on extra skills, if you're a learner yourself and you want to learn how to use your brain to its full potential, go out there, find out the courses that are available for you. Find out the skills that are offered. So many institutions are ready to groom young minds. Expose yourself to goodness, and goodness will follow you in return. That's all I have to say. Right now, we are going into our interview that has been lined up for today about road accident fund delays. But first, let's listen to this.
You've arrived at your destination.
You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al-Ansar.
Baba, did you ever get to meet the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Of course, Habibi. But the question is, what would you do if you met him?
Career Compass.
Right in front of you, the man who changed your world forever. What would you say? Oh, dude, what if he started speaking? Would you be completely lost for words? The perfect human being, the best creation of both worlds, in the presence of the greatest man who changed my life. Would I smile or be in tears if I stood out to her? لو كان حبيبنا بيننا فما هو قولك له؟ وإذا بيده سلم عليك وهو مبتسم فضمني إليك يا حبيبي.
Riveting interviews. Empowering, educating, and appealing. Radio Al-Ansar, Durban, 90.4 FM. Pietermaritzburg, 105.6 FM.
It's 30 minutes past 1 o'clock on this beautiful Thursday, the 17th of July, 2025. My name is Kelly Ramazani, and this is Career Campus, if you just happen to tune in. If you have been listening from the beginning, thank you for choosing 90.4 FM. If you are in Durban, 105.6 FM. If you're in PMB, as your companion, we are talking all things self-growth, self-development here on Career Campus. Now, the interview that we are going into right now is about road accident fund delays. Now, many individuals who have been hurt in traffic accidents that were caused by either careless or reckless drivers or members of a family that survived, an accident do get compensated by a state-sponsored insurance fund. However, over the years, Road Accident Fund has been involved in many scandals. Yeah, that's the word. It has been accused of massive financial mismanagement, which has led to a lot of delays, a lot of backlogs in payments, and sadly, some victims, unfortunately, pass away before receiving compensation, while others are just forced to go on without medical care or income. The other thing that has been highlighted is that there are high levels of legal and administrative costs to a point where the victims only receive a fraction of the paid amount, while consultants and lawyers walk away with the large sums. Now, if you know of anybody that has gone through this, that has maybe is still involved in this, come forward. Talk to us on 0609041056. On the line, I'm joined by Ngwako Mohlaloga, who is the Deputy Chairperson of the Association of the Protection of Road Accident Fund Victims. Now, Ngwako plays a key leadership skill or role in APRAV's efforts to promote accountability, fairness, and reform in South Africa's road accident fund compensation system. And he will be joining us today to tell us about the latest developments affecting the road accident fund and how people are meant to be served. What a great pleasure to have you here with us, Ngwako. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Kelly, and to the listeners. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having us.
Awesome stuff. Now, jumping right into it. For new victims, can you tell us what it means for them to go through this process, of course, with the help of APRVA, and if there are maybe any new bills that need to be shared with us?
Kelly, when APRAF was established in 2014, it was as a response to government's plans to introduce something that they called then the Road Accident Benefit Scheme, the RAPS in short. So we looked into what could be the potential harm on the victims caused by the RAPS.
Yeah.
And that's precisely how we were formed. And we took the fight to Parliament, fought it, and ultimately won the battle in 2018, 2019. That's the basis for our establishment. But going forward, what we did was that we continued to engage the Department of Transport, which is the mother department hosting the RAF. We continued to engage Parliament as the lawmaking body in our country. And indeed, we have continued as well to engage the Road Accident Fund to make sure in all our attempts that whatever changes that they make, whatever policies they come up with, the policies and the changes do not disadvantage the victims of road crashes. We are well aware that in our country, rate of accidents are way too high, and the majority of people that get injured are predominantly poor, and they are pedestrians, and they are not the highly literate people in our country, and therefore we took it upon ourselves to fight the fight on their behalf in Parliament, within the Department of Transport, and within the RAF itself.
Wow, amazing work there. I love that you say that you are for the people, because there are a lot of independent organizations, that are also fighting for the people. Unfortunately, that can be questionable, but there are a lot of focus on the structure and system. What is the emotional and social impact of the victims, if you can comment on that, under the RABS?
Well, Kelly, if the reps were to be passed into law, what it was suggested back then in 2014, and sadly that the government is now proposing to reintroduce it now. We have heard that the Minister of Transport is now planning to reintroduce the reps. It has got multiple implications on victims of road accidents and to the economy itself. Key among those is that it's a no-fault system. What that means is that if you, as Kelly, get ran over by a criminal who is running away from the police, in terms of the reps, that criminal is going to be compensated by the scheme, by the reps, which therefore means the system rewards and awards wrongful doing. Or criminal activity. If somebody runs over you and the person is found to be drunk, the rep system is not finding fault on the person who caused the accident. They therefore are going to be compensating people willy-nilly. That's among other things. We are going to have people throwing themselves into vehicles, into moving vehicles, so that they can claim from the system. Those are the unintended consequences of the reps, and we are calling on government to look into that. And to also go back to the report that because Parliament rejected the reps, it was found to be unconstitutional. And the other thing is that it's going to be a dual system, because in any case, as things stand today, the current RAF system has got claims that have been locked into it. If you introduce the reps, it does not mean automatically that these current claims that have been lodged are going to be carried over into the new system. So inevitably, you're going to have a dual system. And our economy cannot carry that.
You've mentioned that even reckless and intoxicated drivers may benefit under this new model. What are the risks thereof? You mentioned also about how you're going to continue to challenge this until it's in favor of the majority who are the underprivileged. But with your experience of the APRVA, how are you going to tackle this? What are the proposed practical reforms?
Kelly, we will go back to Parliament because the Minister of Transport must then table this thing in Parliament, introduce the reps as a bill. Luckily, we understand the parliamentary process very, very well because of our experience in the past. We are going to go back to Parliament. We will be invited to make presentations, and we will make presentations that we've made before. We're going to follow the entire lawmaking process, which is going to include public participation. We will also go out to the whole country to educate the people about the dangers of this thing called the reps. And indeed, we're going to be engaging the Portfolio Committee on Transport to, for lack of a better way, share with them the experience that we have about the reps. And we're hoping that sanity is going to prevail, and the minister and the ministry will then reconsider their views. And we continue to engage on the other side, Kelly. We've already written to the Minister of Transport to share with her our views on the reps and why we think she should not introduce it to Parliament.
I absolutely want to wish you all the very best, but I have to put you on the spot right now. You might want to take a moment to consider your response or your answer to this question. But what would you say is the cause of the backlog in payments in RAF?
The It's not a difficult question to respond to, Kelly, and I'm able to respond to it. When the outgoing CEO of the fund took office, I think early in his contract, must have been 2020 or so, I assume February, he dissolved or did not renew the panel of attorneys who were representing him in court. Remember, the RAF is highly litigious. They get taken to court on a regular basis. Among other reasons why they are in court is because they are simply not doing their work administratively inside the RAF. As a result of which, they are now being forced to go to court. If they were responding to inquiries from attorneys representing clients, if they were responding to even people lodging claims directly, there would have been no need for lawyers to take the RAF to court. Now, the system has been so much weakened in such a way that lawyers are now forced to summons the RAF and therefore must defend themselves. Now, what happened is that the RAF did not have the capacity to defend themselves, and then we found default judgments coming in troves and numbers, and they were simply not making offers when they had all the information and the material in front of them that would enable them to make offers to victims of road crashes. And then that thing results in this massive backlog that we are seeing now. The other issue is that even if you do qualify or even if you do comply with all the requirements out there and various regulations, RAF, we are still going to struggle to get a court date because the court doors are clocked.
Yeah.
And as a result of which, it's very difficult now to get a court date. If I can give you an example, today, if you succeed to get all your paperwork ready, the next court date you're going to get is in 2031.
Oh, my word.
And all of these things can squarely blame on the RAF and its inefficiencies. Kelly.
That is correct. Thank you for a very detailed response there. If you just joined us right now, we're speaking to Ngoako Mohlaloga, who is the Deputy Chairperson of the Association for the Protection of Road Accident Fund Victims, talking to us about how they are planning to go forward with bringing greater response from the RAF with the delays that they're currently going through or they're currently producing. Now, Ngoako, I want to ask you this before I allow you to go. What role should the public and the professionals play in shaping this reform, in getting involved to help you with this battle? You spoke so much about, fighting for the people, about going on the ground, educating the people. I'm sure you do want our support. How can we help?
Most definitely, Kelly. We are calling on the professionals, especially who are benefiting from the system. Talk about the doctors, psychologists, all various experts, including the lawyers. They can go to our website, they can contribute the work we are doing. Our work based in Gauteng, and our work involves extensive traveling to Parliament to go meet and engage with of Parliament, especially portfolio committee on transport. Most of the time it involves traveling to all the corners of the country to go engage with various people that we believe are influential in making sure that whatever change that government plans, whatever change that government comes up with is favorable to. So if you go to our website, raf.co.za, you'll get a link there. There are various ways we can help. There's our bank account there. You can throw, even if it's 100 rand, for us to be able to carry out the job that we have been doing for the past 11 years now.
Well, we want, first of all, to apologize about a little bit of glitch that was happening there. It was a technical matter, but we did hear you well on our side, that we should join you. You're calling on these professionals, people that are influential, to come on board and make the voice louder. We can also visit the website, which is aprav.co.za. Is there any parting words that you'd like to add on before we wrap up?
Safe to say that I really appreciate the opportunity to share our views with your listeners. And if there's anything you need around the RAF, what's happening in Parliament, around the Department of Transport and the Portfolio Committee on Transport, we are your voice, and we are going to fight for the victims as we've been doing for the past 10 years. We are going to mount a relentless fight, and we promise that whatever that will be done in the best interest of the people of South Africa, especially the victims of road crashes, and we'll do it diligently and honestly.
Love that. So we wish you all the very best, and thank you so much for making yourself available for this interview. Hopefully we'll keep in touch with many more.
Most definitely. Thank you very much, Kelly, for having us.
Thank you so much. And that is Ngoako Mohlaloga, who is the Deputy Chairperson of APRAV, which is the Association for the Protection of Road Accident Victims. He is here for the people. The organization is here for the people, and they're asking you to come forward. If you have claims, if you think you can help bring justice to the majority, to the disadvantaged, come forward, join the movement. Your voice matters. It is Radio Al Ansar Career Campus, where we're talking about all things self-development and growth. Up next, we're talking about soft skills that are needed in any and every workplace. And the interesting news that I shared with you earlier, our very first international comment. Okay, we got our very first international comment. Normally, we do get feedback, alhamdulillah, but I thought it was just within South Africa, listeners of Durban, BNB, and maybe Joburg, Cape Town here and there. But we got somebody outside of South Africa saying, hey, hold on. I'm listening to this show on Radio Al Ansar, so that's a great thing. Radio Al Ansar has got international listeners. But more so, this person is like, Kels, that show that you are doing, you don't know how important it is here abroad. I'll share that with you later on, right after this.
Career Compass with Kelly Ramazani. Career Compass with Kelly Ramazani.
I don't have lots of money. Sometimes it can be scary, but I don't seem to worry, 'cause I got something better though. I don't need a fancy car. Life's broken me down with scars. On my back I just count the stars, but I'm holding on, yeah. Cloudy storms and winter rain, sometimes I just feel this pain. I need better days. You give me brighter days. It gives me reason and hope. It gives belief so I can cope. He is always here. He is always near. That's why I say I'll be okay, okay. I'll be okay, okay. I'll be just fine this way. With Allah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay, okay. I'll be okay, okay. I'll be just fine this way. With Allah, I'll be okay.
Sponsor an orphan, and you'll help support a vulnerable child to have the education they've always dreamed of, so they can build a brighter future. You'll be feeding a hungry stomach and a hungry mind with knowledge that will last them a lifetime. That's the power of an education. Sponsor an orphan now with Islamic Relief.
Own your crown this Women's Day, 9th August with Al Ansar Foundation. An unforgettable day with the dynamic Abasakira Ansarmia, the multi-talented Rabia Carvalho, the energetic Fahima Asmal, and your favorite Radio Al Ansar presenters. A crowned event awaits you. Tickets 250 Rand. Call outreach now. Dress up, show up. Own your crown this Women's Day, 9th August with Al Ansar Foundation.
Allahumma innaka tara ma nazala bina fi Gazzata min al-ahwal. Ya dhal jalali wal izzah يا ذا الجبروت والعزة اللهم أعز أهل غزة اللهم فرج عن أهل غزة اللهم فرح أهل غزة اللهم انصر أهل غزة اللهم داو جريحهم اللهم اشف مريضهم اللهم اقبل شهيدهم اللهم ارحم ميتهم اللهم كفف جراحاتهم وبرد آلامهم اللهم واجعل لهم وللمسلمين فرجا قريبا يا الله اللهم فرج عنا وعن المسلمين في كل مكان اللهم انصر الإسلام وأعز المسلمين واخذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداء الدين يا رب العالمين سبحانك سبحانك ترى الظالمين فتمهلهم حتى يظنوا أنك تهملهم وتبتلي الصالحين في الدنيا حتى يستيئسوا فإن استيئسوا أتيتهم بنصرهم اللهم إنك تعلم أن جراحات المسلمين كثيرة وآلامهم كثيرة في كل مكان وفي كل زمان اللهم فانصرنا على أعدائنا يا الله اللهم فثبت أقدامنا يا الله.
The names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is proudly brought to you by Turkey, the Modest Boutique, 580 Ridge Road, Demir Couture for the discerning.
When a non-Muslim travels anywhere in the Muslim world, whether they go to Senegal or Turkey or Indonesia or anywhere, what is the one thing that they come back raving about? They come back raving about our hospitality and our generosity. And this is something that we learn from our religion. The Prophet ﷺ was the most generous, especially in Ramadan. He'd be more generous than the wind. And it's also something that we learn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Kareem. He's the one who's perfect in his attributes. And his generosity is perfect. The vast majority of blessings we experience, we never asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. And he gives us more than what we ask him for. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is generous with his praise. Al-Kareem alladhi yu'ti thumma yuthni. He is the one who gives, and then he praises us for having the qualities that he gives us in the first place. And so being generous with your compliments, being generous with your smile, the smile that you cast in the face of your brother is a charity that you give. There's so many manifestations of generosity that we can have, and it is a beloved attribute to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is proudly brought to you by Turkey, the Modest Boutique, 580 Ridge Road, Demir Couture for the discerning.
Turkey brings to you the Modest Boutique, where elegance meets style and exclusivity meets you. Come in and view our personally handpicked range of exceptional quality garments for every occasion, from timeless classics to the latest trends in a range of fabrics to suit your taste. Abayas, top coats, dresses, scarves, and accessories. Let us bring out the diva in you. We offer you a truly relaxing shopping experience, secure on-site parking, open 7 days a week. Follow us on Instagram at Turkey_Dublin or call 083-786-1065. Turkey, Demure Couture for the discerning, 580 Ridge Road.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
You've arrived at your destination.
You're listening to Career Compass on Radio Al-Ansar.
WhatsApp us now on 060-904-1056.
6 minutes to 2 o'clock. It is Career Campus with Kelly Ramazani every Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. We talk about all things development and empowerment. Now, earlier on, we talk about the importance of maths and how it is being taken away in many public schools and what that means for our future. All right, especially for those that are in schools and need to go into engineering and technology and all these other high-skilled careers that will require you to have mathematics. Also, we got onto an interview with Ngoako. We spoke about the cause of the delays for the Road Accident Fund and how you can get great results if you join in a RVP. Wait, did I call it right? APRAV. Okay, they are here for the people and they want to bring efficient response to the victims of road accident funds. We're now going to wrap up by talking about a soft skill that is needed in every and any career out there. And also because it makes you a better human being, because it's not just about work, it's also about your contribution in society. If we strip away all your qualifications, who are you? Are you able to think? Are you able to resonate? Are you able to listen? Are you able to solve problems? Or do you just hide behind your qualifications and identify as your degrees and PhDs? As much as I'm all here for education, I also highly, highly advocate for people who can develop human skills apart from just a qualification. And from the human skills that we're going to be talking about today is judgments. Yeah. It's very important to have the ability to judge. No, I'm not talking about character, getting to know who's who. No, I'm talking about the ability for you to listen to a story, for you to observe a situation and judge it. It is a soft skill that is needed, but it's not just any type of judgment. It is ethical judgment. Ethical judgment is a soft skill that is highly in demand, because most of the times we judge people based on our upbringing, our emotions, our traumas, and all the other things except for the ethical that is needed to judge the situation. Now, this is a combination of moral intelligence skills. It is closely linked to emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and decision making. You have to be able to look at a situation and say, I think I know where this person is coming from. Or I might not fully understand. It's okay to not know, by the way. A lot of people take pride in knowing everything. It's okay to not know. It's okay. You can tell somebody, hey, I'm not well informed about that. It's okay. Okay. Hint, hint. You got the message. Right. So it is very important, because with certain situations that we face at work, at school, in our homes, or wherever, you look at it and you're like, no, man, this person is not okay. Like, why? Why would you choose to do that? Like, you try to understand what would make a person react or respond or do something like this, and you feel like, no, I can't fathom it. That's because you are looking at it from a you perspective. Ethical judgment means removing you. Okay, now this is not about you. You're observing the situation from a third party. You're looking at it and you're like, I think maybe it's because of this factor or that factor. So you need to be able to resonate apart from just emotions. Okay, you need to trace back. Look at a person's upbringing, look at a person's education background, look at a person's... There's so many things that conclude as to why people behave the way they behave. It's not just, oh, they're crazy. Oh, they haven't been exposed to excellence. Oh, no, they this. No, there are many underlying causes. And if we understand that, the world will become a better place, because some battles are not for you to fight. Some battles are for people to fight with their own demons. You will look at it and you'll see, yeah, nah, this person is going through things and it's not in my place to fix it. And you exit the equation. That's why it's important for you to have ethical judgment. That's all for today. I absolutely love Thursdays. I enjoy my time here with you. I hope you